Hey, what is up everybody? This is JP representing jpfitnesspro.com. Head to my website if you guys are interested in one-on-one training, small group training, online training, or nutrition meal plans. Again, that's jpfitnesspro.com. That is by far the easiest way to contact me. Okay, today's video is going to be about a good upper back builder that I think that if you include into your routine, it'll help develop your mid traps. Well, it's going to work your entire traps, but it's going to basically target more of your mid traps. Again, all these exercise variations are certain types of modifications you make to exercises to target specific parts of muscle group aren't going to ignore the other parts of the muscle. They're just going to prefer that specific part. So it's going to target your mid traps, your rhomboids, and your rear delts, and also your biceps. But basically for just your upper back, it's your mid traps, your rhomboids, and your rear delts. The reason why I think that this is a good exercise is one, it specifically targets that area, and two, I think that when it comes to back, the upper back gets ignored a lot more than the lats do. The lats get hit all the time. Whenever I see a program, and it's anything related to bodybuilding or gym equipment, I always see a form of lat pull down. And again, those are good exercises, but I do think that the upper back should still get equal amounts of love as much as the lats when you compare the two. So if you have a program and you're looking at it and you're like, wow, a lot of my exercises are vertical pulls or pull-ups or chin-ups or lat pull-downs or rows where your elbows are tight to your sides, you're probably getting a lot of lats and not so much upper back. So this exercise is good because one, it targets the upper back, but two, it allows you to overload the upper back. Whereas other exercises such as reverse flies, like cable flies or reverse dumbbell flies, don't let you overload it as much because you have a much longer movement arm, and because of that you can't overload the muscle group. This is a compound movement unlike reverse flies, so I really like it. So it's a very simple exercise. Again, you can tailor it to what your goals are. Heavier for strength, if you're trying to go for high reps, go lighter, all that good stuff. But essentially is all you need is a regular row. And you can do this with any type of setup with dumbbells if you get a little creative, but I'm going to do it on a cable machine. You need any type of bar attachment. It could be one like I'm going to use right now where my hands are in like a neutral grip with my palms facing each other. Or it could be a bar where you have your hands facing down where they're pronated. It doesn't matter which one you use. I just prefer to use this one. If you have this type of bar, I would recommend you use this bar. But if you don't, you could just use a bar where your hands are pronated. I wouldn't recommend doing a supinated grip in this exercise. It's a little awkward and it could put a little bit too much bad tension on your wrists. So again, what you do is just set up with a bar like this. Again, you can get creative if you have a different setup or you don't have a cable machine. You just sit back, and from here, a typical row, what you do is you would pull towards your body, but you would kind of have your elbows tucked in slightly. So you might pull to like right here on a standard row. With the high cable row, with this specific type of row, what I want you to do is I just want you to pull, and I want you to actually go directly out with your T's, kind of like the opposite of a guillotine press on a bench press. So you go directly out with your elbows. You want to protract your shoulder blades and then retract. Again, this type of movement or this exercise is going to cover a couple of movements. One, shoulder protraction and retraction. So muscles that retract the scapula are going to get targeted. Again, this is going to be the rhomboids and the traps. And when it comes to horizontal abduction, the rear delts and the rear delts are going to come heavily into play. And when it comes just to pure elbow flexion, that's obviously going to be the biceps. So those are the four muscle groups you're going to be hitting in that exercise. Again, it's a very simple exercise, but I feel like the upper back gets ignored, and this is a good one to overload the upper back. Include this routine if you guys want a better upper back development. If you guys have any questions, comments, please post them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.